Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Carter has been given another chance. Hope assured Brooke at the cabin that Carter was now the new leader of Forrester, and that the coup had indeed occurred. Expectation verified that Carter did the right thing and submitted the paperwork, despite her expectation that he would have changed his mind. Brooke was taken aback. Brooke questioned how Hope could have contributed to Carter's takeover of the business. Hope clapped back, questioning how Ridge could have contributed to Steffi's dismissal. Hope restated her and Carter's justifications and stated that it wasn't about retaliation. Hope was reminded by Brooke that Ridge's legacy was Forrester. Don't we get to share in that legacy without having our contributions lost? Hope was furious. Hope informed her mother that Brooke should also leave a legacy. Do you think Ridge would have supported Steffi's decision to fire Thomas or RJ, or would he have stepped in to stop it? Hope inquired, pointing out that Ridge only complied since she wasn't his kid. Brooke acknowledged that Hope had gone too far, but he remarked, "Honey, I know you feel wronged and shut out." Hope said that Steffi treated her disrespectfully and fired her. By doing this, Steffi and Ridge demonstrated to the business that Brooke had no influence there. Carter was battling Hope, Brooke, Katie, the Logans, and everybody else at the firm who had ever been mistreated, and Hope kept saying that he would make things right for her. Hope went on, "And I love him for that, Mom." In addition to turning Forrester Creations into a worldwide luxury brand, Hope informed Brooke, "He's trying to make it a safe environment for everyone to feel appreciated and valued." "How could anyone not appreciate that?" she asked. "Don't you realize what a wonderful man he is?" Hope sobbed. When Hope asserted that Carter was attempting to restore justice and equity, Brooke responded, "Fairness and justice?" He persuaded them to sign the LLC documents. He took their Forrester Creations. "Honey, that isn't fair," Brooke pleaded. Hope turned her head away and folded her arms. Ridge and Steffi had signed the paperwork voluntarily, she remarked dismissively, and no one had coerced them. Brooke pointed out that it was dishonest and ordered Hope to stop. Hope supported Carter, claiming that he was attempting to preserve Forrester's integrity. Although having someone by her side felt fantastic, Brooke reiterated that she didn't think it was the best course of action for the business. Hope maintained that Carter had to step in since Steffi had made poor choices. Hope reaffirmed how much Carter loved the business and the family, and how difficult it had been for him to take the business away from them. "Perhaps he will realize this is not the right choice if it has been extremely difficult for him," Brooke added. Will assisted Zend in packing the Hope for the future objects for archiving in the salon. Pam was on watch outside the CEO's office, Will observed. Although Zend was unaware of the situation, he was aware that it was serious. When Elektra entered, they informed her that the CEO's office was experiencing a significant event. Whatever was going on, Zend figured it wasn't good. As he passed the CEO's office, he noticed Justin Barber entering and assumed that was a sign of trouble ahead. Given all of the recent developments in Forrester, he pondered what may come next. Luna found it hard to believe Bill was at the penitentiary. Luna was thrilled when Bill admitted to her that he had read her letters against his better judgment. The only person she could write to who would understand, she added, was Bill. "That's a lot to ask," Bill snarled. Bill was someone who had done horrible things and had bad things done to him, so Luna likened herself to him. She hoped he wouldn't condemn her. Luna admitted that she couldn't handle being incarcerated, and felt horrible about what she had done. She claimed that it was terrifying as she looked at the walls and saw Tom and Hollis' faces. Luna exclaimed, "I'm not a monster." She claimed that when she was committing terrible acts, she felt as though she was not physically present. Although she believed it was not who she was, she claimed that it seemed like she was witnessing a female perform the action she performed. When Luna was younger, she informed Bill, Poppy would bring random men home and use the bedroom to take drugs with them while she was sitting on the couch. She claimed that in order to avoid having to deal with it, she would attempt to act as though she wasn't on the couch. "I am not who I did the things I did. It wasn't me," Luna begged. Luna said that she never wanted to return to her previous life because it was too painful, and that she felt safest for the first time ever in Bill's place. She claimed to have sensed that Bill understood and trusted her. She underlined how Poppy's parade of men and the drugs didn't frighten Bill away, since he understood what it was like to be a fearful youngster. They saw each other for who they were, flaws and all, she told Bill. They were reared by wolves who had to fend for themselves, Luna recalled Bill telling her. Although Luna pointed out that it wouldn't excuse her actions, she couldn't stand for him to believe she was a monster. She said, "You understand the real me. So many you could have a little understanding and forgiveness." She informed him that they had more similarities than he had thought. "Look at you standing behind this desk, trying to convince yourself that you actually belong there," Eric said to Carter as he moved behind the desk in the CEO's office. Carter was reminded by Eric that they viewed him as a member of the family. "But I'm not. The only name that counts in this situation is Forrester, and I'm not one." "Until now," Carter answered. When Steffi informed Carter that he was wasting his career, Ridge assured him that no one would ever give him the company, and that no one was interested in the documents. Justin said that the submitted documents stated different when Ridge called on him to reassure Carter that the takeover would not occur. Carter said that it didn't have to be confrontational, and that he simply cared about what was best for the business. "Are you serious? This is what a hostile takeover is all about," Steffi yelled. Ridge informed Carter that, aside from having Carter in control, they would not just shake hands and resume their regular routine. He interrupted Eric as he was about to explain how they made Carter CEO. "I didn't get anything from you." Carter told Eric, "I deserved that." Eric said that due of Carter's past with the family, he should have recognized Carter's true nature throughout his affair with Quinn, but he chose to forgive him. Eric said, "We loved and respected you, so I forgave you." He questioned how Carter could have betrayed him in return. According to Justin, Carter was now in charge of the business, and while it wasn't the news they wanted to hear, it was the reality. "I won't throw you out," Carter assured Eric. Carter was made fun of by Ridge for being so kind as to let them remain. Carter said that although they wouldn't notice it right away, he was acting in the best interests of the firm, and that it was a poor idea to fire Hope. Additionally, Brooke doesn't really have a role here. "You've treated her like a regular employee," Carter continued. Carter said that Brooke had no authority, and that if Ridge didn't stand up for her, he would. Ridge believed this was absurd. "Carter, don't do that," Eric said. "Don't tell me how to defend Brooke. You will never comprehend the history we share. Brooke has always been handled with complete respect by me." "It was not about Brooke," Steffi informed Eric. "It has to do with Hope." "Come on, Carter," Steffi pushed. She claimed that because Carter believed he was in love with Hope, he was prepared to stab them all in the back. Steffi pleaded with Carter to believe that she appreciated him, and that they had been working well together. "Until you didn't," he angrily said. Carter indicated it was much more than the expansion plan, in response to Eric's question. Although that wasn't who he was, Steffi begged Carter not to sacrifice his career for Hope, and to realize how she had tricked him into betraying them all. He could think for himself, Carter scoffed. Carter snarled at Steffi, telling her that slandering Hope was not helping her. "You are not this. I know a Carter Walton who would never turn on his friends or colleagues, and the only change is that you now have Hope in your life," Steffi said. Carter reiterated that he was standing up for this firm by protecting Hope, Brooke, and all of the Logans. As he approached Carter, Ridge shouted, "Hang on a second. You deceived us into signing the document so you could take over the business. Isn't that what took place?" Ridge inquired. "Reviving Hope's line was part of Carter's strategy," he added. Steffi became irate and pointed out that Carter was taking over a firm as payback for Hope, even though he had been criticizing her for making personal choices. This hypocrisy. Steffi lost his temper. Ridge claimed that while they weren't questioning his connection with Hope because it was none of his business who he dated, they were wondering about Carter's transformation as a result of her. "You are not this. This is not what you would do. You wouldn't treat Dad like this. It's his business. He spent his entire life creating this. Will you also take it from him?" "You are not that," Ridge informed Carter. Carter was still told by Ridge that he was a fine, honest man who respected his friends. Ridge proposed that they come together, reverse it, and make it disappear since Carter is an excellent lawyer and Justin is present. He turned to face Steffi and Eric and said that they were okay with it since he wanted to offer Carter another chance to make amends. With focus, Ridge added, "Don't blow it."